Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at scary videos caught in Ring cameras. It's currently 10 PM whenever I'm filming this video, so I'm going to freak myself out.
The man you're looking at is 56-year-old Stephen Groves. For 2 whole years, Groves has been harassing his disabled neighbor Stephen Persad and his caretakers.
And I bet you we're going to see him on the Ring camera. What is up with these people doing stuff like that? Like, why do they do it? 2 years as well, that's a long time.
The harassment has been caught on Persad's Ring doorbell camera multiple times. Some clips seen taking a screwdriver to the device trying to clip its wires.
Oh, that's so creepy. Like, why is he doing that? So basically what he's doing, he's walking up, doing that, and then walking away. Now, I'm sorry, if you've never done that to you, that would actually proper mess with your head, because you're thinking they're trying to play games. Oh, look at his eyes. He's just so evil. Why is he trying to touch the camera? Like, is he planning something? I'm sorry, if I had a neighbor like that, I'd move away instantly.
In another clip, he's seen scrawling on the lens with a marker to no effect.
But, like, why?
And in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or broom handle.
Why? But why? Why is he doing that? Like, who is this man? I mean, we know he is, but like, why is he doing it? Whenever you look at his eyes, he just looks so creepy, doesn't he? Like, he looks scary. Oh. Why is he doing that? And then look, he's back again. Nah, I'm sorry, I don't understand why he's doing it. Like, why is he doing it? Imagine having a neighbor like that. Like, this actually really freaked me out. I know it's a scary video, but this is creepy. Look, it just looks so lifeless.
The reason behind the man's attacks on his neighbor's property are unknown. Over the past 6 months, Groves has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Persad.
Good, and I hope he got put in jail, because that's actually quite terrifying. I mean, this has been going on for like 2 years, hasn't it? At least he got charged 3 times. He's gonna be spending time in jail. We don't know why he done it, so like, that's like scary. It makes you think, like, if the hammer wasn't there and like he was able to get into the house, what would he do?
And has been put on a curfew and ordered to pay compensation for damages to Persad's property.
Okay, so he's been put in a curfew and has to pay damages, so he's not going to jail. That's like terrifying. I'm sorry, something's certainly going on in his brain, because his behavior is not normal.
Stephen Persad's niece is terrified for her uncle, having stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Groves may have intentions to harm her uncle.
I mean, obviously he does, because no sane person does that. Did you literally see what he was doing? Who walks up to a Ring camera, tries to scribble on it, break it, smash it? I'm sorry, no.
The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Groves is still harassing Persad.
So he's still doing it. Hello, justice system. We're literally witnessing a future true crime documentary. I don't understand why they're not doing something, because obviously you can see something's up. Like, why would you do that? And why are they like not doing anything?
On top of the restraining order, Groves has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation.
Well, obviously it hasn't done anything. You can put him in electric tag all you want and put him in rehab, but he's still doing it. Why are the police like this? Like, I feel like the police spend so much time on stuff that's unnecessary. You know, people fighting online. But whenever it actually comes to serious stuff like this, they're nowhere to be seen.
Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court. Groves has been convicted multiple times.
So he's been convicted multiple times and he's still doing it. Hello, court system. Obviously something's going on. I mean, let's say we get someone who goes out and purposely causes problems. If they get arrested and charged, you'll hopefully think, you know, maybe they're going to stop it. If they do it again and again and again, then they're obviously not changing.
Leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot.
I mean, do you want to know something? I'm actually happy that they done that. Fair play. I don't know what happened. That's like karma. Was that intentional? Was he meaning to do that? I mean, he got his proper back taken out there.
Crazy can be seen in this man's eyes, and it's understandable for Persad and his niece to be losing sleep over this.
I mean, yeah, think of it. Imagine if you're coming home and you literally see him. Like, that's terrifying. I just don't understand it. It's like you can obviously see the evil and insaneness in his eyes, yet the police aren't doing anything.
This is a clearly dangerous, unstable man who may escalate from just attacking Persad's property to actually attacking him.
It's like you don't see anyone behind them eyes. Yet again, police sort it out.
This next video was recorded in an unknown area at a late hour in the night. 2 hooded, suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Nah, I'm sorry, I've heard of this before. You really need to listen in. This is why I can't open the door to anyone or give anyone help. I'm assuming this is like a crime organization or like a kidnapping guy. What they do is they work in groups, so they get someone who's vulnerable, like a lady, sort of make her pretend that she's in need, so it means she'll come out and then they'll grab you and rob you. It's a real thing.
Do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
So obviously they've, said, no we don't, and now something's gonna happen, they planned it all along. Oh, I hate these videos, like I really hate watching these videos because they genuinely freak me out. And yet again, it can just happen like that in 0.2 seconds. And that's why I don't answer the door. If I don't know someone's coming to my door, like if there's no reason for me to answer the door, I don't. It might sound, a bit mean, but if you're knocking on my door and I don't know you're there or don't know why you're there, I'm not answering. If I don't have a package, if I don't have a friend coming around, I'm not answering the door.
The man's first mistake is opening the door at this hour to two hooded individuals, being that his Ring camera would have allowed him to check who's at the door before opening it. Instead of opening the door, if he felt the need to respond to the people at his front door, he could have and should have used the voice feature on his Ring device.
Thank God the Ring cameras have that, so like you can actually talk to people through the camera. Ugh, it just makes me feel sick knowing that they tried to get into the house. They obviously went there with an intention. Like, what was their intention?
And while admittedly he knew better than to agree to let them use a phone, opening the door in the first place was a mistake, as the man in the yellow hoodie and mask took the opportunity to rush the door with a gun after taking one last look to the right to check for witnesses.
Oh, it's just so freaky, isn't it? Yet again, it happened so quickly. It happened in 0.2 seconds. I always go out for walks around about this time. Maybe I should stop doing that.
Luckily, the homeowner slammed the door shut just in time, and the two would-be assailants fled the scene. In this case, the homeowner saved himself from robbery and danger just by the skin of his teeth.
Exactly, and in the background it looks like there's like kids' toys, so maybe he has like a family. It's so scary, isn't it? Because like, why do people do that? Like, why? I'm telling you, this world is a deep, dark world.
In this video taken by the Ring doorbell camera of TikToker Jojo Ramirez, you see just how close she and her child were from danger, and how the only thing between her and a creepy man was her front door, which she locked with only seconds to spare.
Oh God, you can see him in the background as well. Oh, I hate it. And he's gonna be there, isn't he?
Oh, showered really fast. I need
Oh, so freaky. Like, he's just stood there, seeing him in the background. Whenever I'm out and if I see someone, I think I've seen them more than once, or for more than like 10 seconds I run. It's just not worth it. Look, who's that man?
Daniel. Who's that? Who
Oh,
is that? Get out of here!
that's just so freaky because like obviously he was going up and proper looking into it. Nah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this video. It's literally 20 past 10 and I'm getting freaked out.
Get out of here!
He's just stood
Right
there.
outside. Look.
Nah, I'm sorry, he's just stood there like a ghost. Like, why is he doing that? Who's that man? The good thing about these cameras is like you get them on camera and you like have it downloaded. So it means if anything does happen, you can send it to the police and hopefully they'll be able to work on it.
What makes this scary is that it shows how most of us in our day-to-day lives fail to realize how, at any moment, your life could be put in danger by someone else.
Exactly, and people actually don't realize how easy it is to get followed. This sounds like really bad, but sometimes whenever I'm out and I see people, I think in the back of my head, I probably could follow them if I wanted to. Obviously I don't, I'm not like that. But if you're just like walking around, you don't know who is looking at you. Someone could be hiding, somebody could be following you for hours. That's why whenever I'm going out, I always make sure to go with more than one friend. So it means if something does happen, there's like multiple of us.
In this case, Jojo had picked up her child and they were just getting home, having a typical mother-son argument of sorts. You can hear her son Daniel complain that he's tired. Jojo responds, "I need you to shower really fast." A normal moment in which a mother would have her guard down in the assumed safety of her own property.
And this is why I literally walk home with my keys between my knuckles. Literally, I've got a panic alarm, I don't have pepper spray, I should get that, and I've got a key. You don't know who could be out there, like even your own family member could follow you like that.
The creepy man at the front door then tries the door handle, alerting Jojo that someone was at the front door, and you can hear her respond in an alarmed voice, "Who is that? Get out of here."
Exactly, do you think she went onto the app and saying that? Oh, imagine getting home and seeing that through the camera.
She then exclaims to her son, "There's a guy outside, look."
Guy outside. Look.
As Jojo shouts for him to leave, he backs up, but boldly continues firmly standing in front of the door with his haunting blank expression, not saying a word. The man came out of nowhere so quickly that it could be that he was following them for a while.
Exactly, and that's like even freakier. It's like you don't know how long he was following them. What was he following them for? Was he gonna try and kidnap the kid? Was he gonna try and like steal her purse? Oh, it's freaky.
It's anybody's guess what would have happened if the door wasn't locked in time, but a pretty strong assumption would be the man was after Daniel, Jojo's young son.
And thank God they got in time. But I mean, if you ever are going out and about and it's late, please do keep an eye out.
This footage was viewer submitted, and it was taken by their Ring doorbell in a nice, otherwise quiet neighborhood in the Netherlands. The viewer was in bed on an ordinary night.
Oh god, they're proper setting it up. This is like literally a horror story. The viewer was in the bed at night. They checked the Ring camera and someone was stood outside.
When he heard noises on the roof.
The roof!
Thinking it could have been an animal, he ignored it and went to sleep. The next morning, this was the footage he found after seeing the notifications from his Ring doorbell from the night before.
Okay, so we've got someone climbing on your house. Why? Here are these people like, what are they doing? Why?
In the video are 3, maybe 4 young men trespassing on his property.
Oh my god, so it's not just one man. It's not like one creep man, it's 4. Nah, I'm sorry. My window's open right there. I need to go and lock it. The thing is, I always have like nightmares. I have to climb out that window. Are all my windows locked? I hope they are.
2 of them climbing the roof, while the other of the 3 who were visible, whispering to 1 or more people out of view of the camera.
Oh my god, look there. They are. Unblur their face. We need to see who they are. Like, they're just whispering. I think we know what they were there to do. They were probably there to rob the house. But it just makes you think, like, why were they doing it? Like, why did they pick that house? Anyone's house can be picked. You know, every single house has people living inside of it. They've got their own lives. And they were the people who were picked. He's got a flashlight as well, I think. Yeah, he has. He's got a big flashlight or like a speaker.
Luckily, this was a cold night and all the windows in the house were closed because it was clear they were trying to burglarize the house when scratch marks were found on 2 of the upstairs windows, as if someone was attempting to lift them open.
What would happen if you did come across that though? I literally had a dream last night where someone was trying to break through my front window and it was freaky. I don't even want to talk about the dream because like it just, oh, it's bad vibes.
Given that there were 3 or 4 of them, they could have posed a serious threat if they were to have entered the home. After viewing the video, the viewer made sure to keep his windows all locked the following nights, and a few nights later, he woke up to the sound of someone attempting to open a downstairs window, this time not caught by the Ring camera. The footage was submitted to the police in hopes that they could identify them based on their faces.
Okay, so it happened once and it happened again a few days later. I think there's something in that house that they want. Isn't it kind of risky putting it online because then people are gonna like recognize themselves? Imagine if then people watch that video and then they literally try to target the house.
I was asked to blur their faces by the viewer, just so that if any of the perpetrators were to see this video, they wouldn't come back to the house again for any type of revenge.
I mean, I think that could be a possibility, so please do keep an eye out for your safety.
This one is perhaps one of the simpler yet scarier clips caught by a doorbell camera, despite how quick it is. Not many details are known, like where this took place, but this was uploaded by the neighbor of the owner of the Ring camera. In the video, we see in the dead of night, a masked, young-looking man approach the front door of a house with a gun in his hand.
He's got an alien mask on. Nah, I'm sorry, this genuinely is something out of a horror film.
Stand there for only a few seconds, clearly contemplating what he was about to do, then backing out probably in fear and leaving.
See, if I seen that, the adrenaline would be pumping through my veins. I thought he had like an alien mask on, but he didn't. He had a balaclava. That's why I don't like stuff like that. Like, I hate masks. I see like videos online where kids run around balaclavas on in London and it freaks me out.
The owner of the house didn't know who this was, but this was probably a person working up to an armed robbery, possibly having his sights specifically on this house. Of course, without all the details, that's just speculation.
I mean, it is speculation, but I think we do know what was going on. Obviously, he had a weapon. He was covering his face. He went there to do something.
There could be a whole lot of other explanations as to what's going on here. However, regardless, the chances of this guy or any other person with a gun coming back shouldn't be taken lightly, and that kind of footage should be submitted to the police immediately.
Exactly, and I feel like that's like the main reason why people get Ring cameras. Maybe to like troll their friends whenever they come to their house, but to protect themselves as well. But anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave that video there. That is some like creepy stuff caught on Ring cameras. I'm creeped out. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight, and you probably won't be able to either. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you want to see me make more videos like this in the future, let me know, definitely will. Hit that big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in the next video.